evening, everybody on Facebook. How are you today? I'm doing good myself. But anyway, it's still cloudy and rainy here. I mean, my yard looks like a mud hole out there, but I took a whole chicken and I boiled it right here in my pot. And I've got a pot full of good broth, good rich chicken broth. Look at that. I boiled a whole chicken. Isn't that pretty? Well, let me tell you, there's several things you could do with this chicken broth to feed your family tonight. You could make chicken vegetable soup. You can make chicken noodle soup. You can make chicken and dumplings. You can make, what else could you make with that? I'll tell you what I'm going to make tonight. We're going to have chicken and rice. Now, that's chicken and rice is like a comfort food. It is. And your children, if you've got children or grandchildren, they are going to love this chicken and rice. Now, and you know it's so. And so what we did is I took the meat off the bone. There's the good tender meat. And like I cooked the whole thing. And so I'm going to put this back in my broth in just a minute. But first, I'm going to add, I think this is a cup. Let me see how much I put in there. You know I don't measure, but I do for y'all. This is a cup and a fourth. I mean, yeah, a cup and a fourth. I like my chicken and rice. I mean, you want it thick, but you don't want it too soupy. So it's coming to a rolling boil, so I'm going to put my rice in there. Kind of stir it around a little. And I am going to I cut up one big onion. I was going to put two. I only had 2 onions. And the other one had turned soft and it rotted on the inside. And so I couldn't use that, but we're going to have 1 onion in it. And I've already cut it up in little cubes, and I've shown y'all umpteen times how to cut this up, and I'm sure y'all know how to do that. So you parents that are in, are teachers, and you have to come home, or maybe you work somewhere else, and you got to come home and feed your family on the old cold day, and you want some comfort food, well, this is it. A good little comfort food. And so many of you have given me those little bowl cozies, they call them. Let me show you one. Let me go get it. Well, I've got several. These are little bowl cozies that y'all have given me. And I'll just take the one that's on top here and I'll show you how it works. I'll get my cup. Yesterday I ate some leftover beef stew. I just put mine in this cup because it's so huge. But anyway, you put this around it and like you're going to heat it in the microwave. Just go there and heat it in the microwave, and then you can just sit down by the fire and eat it. And so these little cozies work good. So thank y'all for giving them to me. All right, this is boiling, so I'm going to turn it down kind of low because I don't want my rice to boil too long, or too hard, I should say, because I don't want to lose all my good broth and my onions. All right, I'm going to put my chicken back in it. I'm going to put all this chicken back in it. Got all that in there. So we've got some chicken broth and the rice and then this stewed up chicken. I've already salted my chicken and peppered it when I boiled it. So anyway, and when it gets almost done, I'm going to add 2 cans of cream chicken soup in it. And that's all that's going to go in it. Ooh, there's one. And that'll be a really good little soul food. I've been telling y'all about Jan's little book, Everyday Faith. Well, I was in there looking at pictures this afternoon. I've been out of gas in my gas logs for a long time. But I finally got gas yesterday. So I just pulled up this chair real close to that fireplace. And I put my feet on the hearth. And I got me a book, and I looked at pictures too. I keep my pictures. I have one of those old filing cabinet drawers like you have in libraries, and they have the little drawers you pull out, to look up a book. Well, there was one somewhere, I don't remember where George and I bought that, but it was a nice one, and it had it's probably got 16, let's see, probably 24 drawers in it. But a regular size picture, like a snapshot, fits perfectly in that drawer. So I've got all my pictures, my family pictures, in those drawers. Now, you probably keep yours in a box or a tin can, or I don't know where you keep yours, but I keep mine in there. I've got one in the bathroom that's actually just a piece of cork board that I had. And after George died, I took the pictures, my favorite pictures of him, and I tacked them all in that cardboard, or that cork board. It has a little frame around it. And I hung it up in my bathroom so when I put no makeup or whatever, I can look at him. But anyway, I was looking through my pictures and look what I found. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's Jan right there, the one that wrote the book. I told you I'd been friends with her for, excuse me, a long time. This is her husband. His name is Greg. Can you see him? He's an accountant here in town, and that's who I use. And he's a nice man. But anyway, I was telling you how long I had been friends with them, and there they are. But anyway, I don't even know if they've ever seen that picture. This was at a 4th of July celebration that we had. We used to have one every year, and we just invite friends and family, and everybody had to bring 2 dishes. So I don't know what Jan and Greg brought that day, but they looked like they're happy. I don't know why she had got on red, white, and blue on that thing right there. But maybe, I don't know. That might have been another function, but I don't think so. I think that's what that was. Anyway, I was reading her little book today while this is cooking. I'm going to turn it back up. It's not boiling very heavy. Not as heavy as I want it to anyway. Your kids are going to love this, y'all. And this one is, the title of this one is, What Are You Waiting For? And it got to talking about how we have to wait on stuff. You know, seems like we're always waiting. And this was talking about that you're waiting in a traffic light. And maybe you're looking at the light and the light turns and the people in front of you don't see it. I don't know what they're doing. And they don't go. Well, we're just sitting there just tense, waiting on them to go. And waiting them to go onto that traffic light. Where's my glasses? You know, after you turn 40, you go blind. Did y'all know that? I went to the store the other day and I bought me 5 pair of glasses. And I got them all over the house because I can't ever find any. So these are reading glasses. I just picked all different kinds of colors. How do I look? Anyway, we wait on traffic. It says you go to the doctor's office, and what do they call that room? They call it the waiting room. And I can assure you, you will have to wait a while in there. And she said that she was talking about that she had a friend that she would call, and you know how that little thing on your phone, it'll make a noise and all this stuff shows up showing that somebody else is calling you. That friend said, don't you put me on hold. Said, you just hang up and call me later. I'm not going to stay on hold. And, you know, I've been on the phone before with companies. When they say, can you hold? I said, no, I can't hold. I can't hold. But sometimes they block you off before you ever have a chance to say anything. I'm telling you, but we don't like to wait, do we? It said new mothers have to wait 9 months before they can hold their little baby. But it said waiting is an act of obedience. It says waiting is the most difficult when you are standing by the bedside of a loved one, waiting to see what is going to happen to them. And that is so true. We go to the doctor, and then they do some tests, or they do this, or they do that, and we have to wait on the results. Those are some agonizing times to have to wait on something and to wait on a result, or wait on, especially if it's one of our children or something. We're waiting to see how they're doing, and it's difficult to wait. It's a hard thing to do. But it says here that this writer was saying right here, it is giving up control over our future. It's what waiting is, and we're letting God define our life. And that is so true. It says, they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as an eagle. They shall run and not get weary, and they shall walk and not faint. What are you waiting for? You waiting for a bank loan to come through? Are you waiting for a job interview? Are you waiting for a doctor's diagnosis? What are you waiting for? And in what this is saying, it says, just wait on the Lord and be of good courage, and he shall strengthen your heart. You know, there's no way in this world that we can get away from waiting. I mean, there's just no way. Not at all. We just have to wait. We have to endure. And it does teach obedience, doesn't it? Because we don't get our way. Sometimes when we pray for something, we may have to wait for that answer. It may not just come all of a sudden. So, I think my rice is getting pretty done here. Let me look at it. I'm going to go ahead and put my soup in. This is 2 cans of cream of chicken soup. That makes it real thick and gives it a good flavor too. This is a huge pot, y'all. It is a huge pot. I'll put one more in. I didn't have any soup today. I had to call Hannah and say, "Have you got cream of chicken soup I can borrow?" She said, "Yes, Mama, I do." So she brought it over here to me. There we go. I'm going to stir that up. Now come over here and look in it. I'm going to stir that up in there. Doesn't that look good to you? Huh? Look at that. It is going to be so good. Can you taste it? You know, I like the juice in soup. Now some people dip down and all they want to get, like my son-in-law for instance, Walt. He dips down and he gets... he uses a slotted spoon. So when he dips down in my beef stew, he just gets beef stew, tomatoes, and onions, potatoes, and carrots. He doesn't want all that juice, which is fine with me because the juice is my favorite part. It has the most flavor of anything. I love it. So that is the reason that I had a lot of water in here, is because I want my chicken and rice to be more like kind of soupy or whatever. So, I guess that's about all I was going to say today, other than it's about coffee time. It's 2:15. I'm fixing to make me some coffee for the afternoon and drink it. I didn't sleep real well last night because this shoulder it just hurt. I couldn't get it comfortable with my hip. I kept doing around trying to get it comfortable. Banks spent the night with me last night, and I told her, I said, "Banks, I'm sorry I'm wiggling so much. I'm trying to get comfortable." She never said a word. And so I guess she was already asleep. She never said a word. But anyway, I'm going to eat the chicken and rice, and I would let you stay here and watch me eat it with this cozy thing, but you saw how it looked, and you know what I'm going to be eating for supper tonight. It's good chicken and rice. It'll be so good. If you haven't ordered your book yet, get it on Amazon. Everyday Faith for Daily Life by Jan White. I'll show you her little picture one more time. Her and her husband. There's Jan. And Greg. He's proud of her. He is. She's been trying to do this for years, and then finally she did what that book said. She waited and she waited and she waited, and then finally she said, "I'm going to do this." And she did. And so if y'all got something you've been planning to do and you hadn't done it, that's like cleaning out something or taking a bunch of stuff to the Christian Center, that's what we do here, or whatever, go ahead and do it. I mean, do what you can, right? I love y'all. Have a great night. And I'll think about you as I'm eating this good old warm chicken soup, chicken and rice tonight. Bye-bye. Oh, and by the way, before I say that, my daughter-in-law puts a little bit at the end after it cooks. she stirs in a little bit of your sour cream. And I'm going to look over here in my refrigerator, and I think that I have, that's Anna, the one that showed y'all how to make the pecan pie. Well, she puts a little sour cream in hers, and I'm going to too if I have some, and I think I might have a piece of a container anyway, and I'm gonna put that in. She said not to put it in now because it wanna like clabber up. So wait till it's done, and then gently stir a little bit in after you take it off the eye. Okay, y'all have a great night. Hope the bed feels good to you tonight. Let your toes wiggle down in the sheets. It's gonna be good, y'all. Bye bye.